All right, this week we are playing Granblue Fantasy Versus.
I know nothing about this game, and we are from MyGamer.com. You can follow me on Twitter at ZackGaz, Z-A-C-K-G-A-Z. Also, I know that this is some type of fighting game by Arc System Works. We played many of their games. I am a fan of their games. Xseed, they make good stuff.
Yeah, I really like Xseed. I played Granblue Fantasy on my mobile phone. Yeah, as opposed to a non-mobile phone in this day and age. I played it a couple years ago, briefly. And
what kind of a mobile game is it?
It's your standard, like roll for better characters.
Yeah, so it's not a fighting game.
No, it's more. If I remember correctly, it's more of a turn-based. I got way more into the Fate Grand Order game, which I thought was pretty similar.
The new Diablo, by the way, just came out on mobile. I did not play it. Did you?
Yeah, I for about 10 minutes, and then was like, I do not care.
Yeah, I think that seems to be the consensus. I think Diablo fans are hardcore. They really want to play Diablo. They really like it. And it's like, oh, here's a mobile version. Like, that's kind of an insult almost.
It plays like Diablo. That's not the issue. I have it on my phone, and I played it a little bit, and I was going to play it more. I was just getting really... There's some stuff... It's every Diablo except for 1 and 2. Like, 1 and 2 play very similar, but Diablo 3, from my experience on it, just plays like a different fucking game.
Yeah, it's much big. Well, and plus it's 3D. It's not like the nice pixel art too. Like that alone, I think, just makes the game feel different.
Well, yeah, and like the skill system is slightly different. Like there's enough stuff that kind of changes it up in Diablo 3 that it feels like a different game. And so I was, the controls are fine, and I put it down. The very next day, like when all of the reviews and everything started coming out about it, it was so if you want to max out your character from level 1, it's something crazy like $100,000.
Yeah, I heard it's just kind of pay to win.
Yeah, and it's,
I haven't played it yet. Maybe I'll give it a shot if I get bored or something. But I'm not in a rush to play it.
Well, I guess the end game, your drop rates are just fucking awful. Like, to the point that the end game grind is all about gems, which Diablo's always had gems and stuff. So it would make sense to use it at some point. But they're all gotcha, and people have already spent fucking tens of thousands of dollars and not gotten one legendary gem out of a drop.
I mean, that's what I think they're hoping for, is there's only, like, they might get 10,000 people to play their game, but like 5 of them are the ones that are really going to pay the most. They're going to plunk down not just 5, maybe $10, but maybe a few $100 or more. So it's like the percentage of people playing those kind of games are very low, but they are enough to still support the game going forward.
When free-to-play games first came out, a whale, like anyone who spent any money was considered a whale.
Sure.
So, it was around, like, some games considered whales 25 cents. If you spend 25 cents a month on the game, you're considered a whale. And then you have, like, the ultra whales.
Yeah, I mean, well, a lot of games you can't even spend 25 cents anymore. Like, the minimum is $1 or a couple bucks. Like, you can't just spend a quarter anymore these days.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I can definitely, there are games that are free to play, and they try to do like oh, this is a totally normal free game and it's just convenience items, or like League of Legends that you can get everything if you keep playing, or Halo that it's oh no, like it's the Halo multiplayer is free to play, everyone has the same shit, it's just cosmetic stuff that you unlock.
Yeah, if you want the fancy stuff, right.
Yeah, I'm okay with that shit.
Right.
But in like League of Legends, super successful game. But yeah, most especially MMOs and free to play games start off with the best intentions and then just end up being so if you want to be competitive in any way, shape, or form, you absolutely need to fucking start dropping some cash in this. I guess there are already guilds in fucking Diablo Immortal, and they straight up say if you're not a paid member, you can't join the guild.
And then, speaking of League of Legends, they just announced that game's coming to Xbox Game Pass. It's coming to console and on Game Pass. I don't know if it was the end of it's either 2022 or 2023. During Microsoft's big thing this past Sunday, the big show with Bethesda. So that was one of the other big drops. Here's this kind of PC game that's been huge on PC, now coming to console and on Game Pass.
Yeah, stuff like that. They always sit there and think, this is a very mouse and keyboard game. How's it going to work on console? And it's I can probably guarantee that it'll probably your rank you won't be comparable for serious players or anything like that. So all pro players will still be on PC. It's just like,
oh sure,
if they ever do cross play with PC and Xbox on first person shooters, the PC always has an advantage. Except for, I think it was like Halo Master Chief Collection. The aim assist on it was just way too good. So it gave the console players such an edge that like even professionals would sit there and say, I'm not playing anymore because you have to play on a console.
I am looking forward to Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, which comes out tomorrow at the time of this stream. Going to be on Game Pass day one, 6-player online co-op. And it's already gotten like really good reviews, 8s, 9s out of 10s, like almost across the board. So I'm super excited about it because I played like all the kids growing up in the mid 80s, right?
So 6 players. So the 4 Turtles, Casey
Jones, you got Splinter, and you have April O'Neil are the playable characters. Who knows? There might be like another playable character that's like a secret you can unlock. But yes, there's 7, I guess, characters total. So there might be like the one left over. But you do have 6-player co-op. That could be pretty awesome, if it works well, if there's little to no lag, and if it's just like matchmaking, if you could just hop into a game versus like just playing online with your friends. If you have both options, that'd be awesome. So super excited about that. Comes out tomorrow. I will be downloading it. I will be playing it because who doesn't like a good Turtles game? It's been years since really there's been a good Turtles game. Many years actually.
I thought there was they about every 10 years you get a good Turtles game.
Platinum Games made the last one, which was just I think it was just called like TMNT, which was on Xbox One. I remember I reviewed it and I beat it, I played it, and it was like, this is not very good. I think I gave it like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. But
was that the one that every level was super fucking long?
Yes, and they oh man, it's been so long, but they try to like make it like not quite open world, but like very big New York City, stages, right? And then like eventually like you go in the sewers, there's a big sewer stage and everything. But it's been a long time since I played it, but I just remember like, I don't really like this.
I remember my roommate in college bought one. I don't know if it was that one.
Well, then there
Xbox.
was original. Yeah, those were bad. There was like a few of them on Game Boy Advance. There was a couple on like the PS2 era. There was a Melee one, which was like kind of like a Smash Brothers kind of clone. I think on like GameCube or something like that. But yeah, it's been a long time since there's been like a true good beat 'em up brawler, and that comes out tomorrow. So excited about that. This game, by the way, that we haven't even talked about, Granblue, but this game's got some crazy animation. This is like really cool character design.
That's sort of what like smooth design is sort of what Arc
does, yeah, absolutely.
Well,
this is
deep fighting system and fluid animation.
Yeah, crazy. I like the character. I mean, just like these huge character designs, very fluid, well animated.
There's an RPG single player element to it as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you level up your character as you fight. The Turtles game on Xbox, I don't know if it's the one that you're talking about. I can remember he was playing it in college, and it was taking him an hour to beat a level, and he's like, yeah, there's 40 levels.
Yeah, maybe. I remember there was a tie-in with the first live-action movie, I want to say, which was like a long time ago. That was, it was 10 years ago or something now, maybe. I remember, they tried to reboot it, and it was pretty bad.
Yeah, with Megan Fox.
Yeah, Megan. Yeah, was she in that movie? I think I saw. There was like two or three.
There's two of them.
Yeah, I maybe saw like half of the first one or something. I don't even remember. I did not see the second one.
It's one of those series that the second one's actually better, but no one went to see the second one.
Yeah.
So it just, the franchise was dead at that point. The first one, it was popular enough.
Yeah, because wasn't that Michael Bay? And that's how because Michael Bay made Transformers.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, let's let him do Ninja Turtles.
Let him do whatever the fuck he wants.
And he's friends with Megan Fox, so let's put her in the movie.
Well, except that she's not allowed to be on Transformers anymore.
No, well, I hope they don't make any more of those movies because they're all pretty ridiculous by the end there.
They made so many of those.
And they're all like 9.5 hours long. Those are not good movies. The first one was like, okay, this is like, I can watch this because it's something a little bit different, reviving the franchise at that point for many, many years, and then they just kept pumping them out, and like they just got worse and worse.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Platinum also did a Transformers game.
You know what? There was some good Transformers games on Xbox 360 and PS3 made by Beanox, and it was like a third-person, action game that controlled like kind of like a fast Gears of War. Like there wasn't really like a cover mechanic. It was just like this, everybody had a different ability, and that had online playing. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, they did War for Cybertron. I don't
yes,
know.
That's what it was. Yes. War for
it was a cel-shaded one that Platinum did.
Correct. Yes.
That was fine.
Yes.
Kind of short, but I don't know. I only got maybe a quarter of the way through it. Sort of.
I beat the first one co-op playing online with some friends. That was a pretty good game because it came out like right at a time where there was no Halo game, there was no Gears of War game. I think Borderlands was already out for a while at that point. We needed something else, like, oh, here's the next kind of thing that's in that kind of same style.
Okay. Just enjoying the view.
I was going to say that's good. That is going to be the good
that
thumbnail,
is the thumbnail
to use.
Yeah.
That was a very smart move there.
Yeah. All right, so sir, why don't you tell us?
Right, that was Granblue. Even though we didn't really talk about it, it seemed like a pretty cool game. I really liked the art style. The animation was really fluid. Just kind of needed something to play this week, and hey, let's just play this weird fighting game that really nobody talks about. So glad we played it. Glad I got a chance to check it out. You can check us out at MyGamer.com. Put us in your favorites: news, reviews, previews, streams, all that other good gaming stuff. We're covering the games that nobody else is covering. You can follow me on Twitter at ZackGaz, ZackGaz. And until next time, thank you for watching and game on.